Hello everyone and welcome back to Abundant Automation. So let's finish off this Outpost building business here. It did occur to me between episodes that I made a great deal of the amount of smart chests we need for this Outpost business, and then went ahead and didn't put any in here. So let's remedy that situation. It's really easy. We did say, what did we say? We have 30 per station. We wanted to do 10 stations in total. So that once again means 6 stacks. That's not steel chests, smart ones. Let's give you 6 stacks. And then there's still a little bit of room here, which I'm not entirely certain what to do with. Probably wouldn't go completely in the wrong direction to bring a couple more belts. I mean, we already have 4,500. But the 1-to-3 ratio between miners and belts was something we took over at that deposit. And that's really already as close as it could be. And if we want to bridge maybe a little bit more of a distance, well, we have 3 different items in here. I would like to have a little bit of extra passive provider chestage in here. Alright, so here's a kind of plan. I didn't formulate it. Haven't yet formulated it until the very last detail, but I kind of want to have a blueprint that I can just slap down beside a rail anywhere, and that'll unload this train into temporary provider chests and set up roboports, put construction bots in those roboports, and thus open up the possibility to have completely, well, almost completely automated Outpost construction. Well, I'm aware of that. That's probably also already been done by someone somewhere, but I haven't done it yet, so I want to. But one problem I see there is, of course, that currently it still matters if you put the train horizontally or vertically. So I think I'll hold off with that with that endeavor until point 13 hits, and we'll have a better idea of how exactly the train patch will be going. So until then, I think... Right, so we definitely don't need active providers out there in the wilderness. Storage chests would be nice if we want to automatically construct something. So let's try and bring some of them. And then, of course, extra roboports, because the 10 we have in here, they're really only for the oil rigs and not for personal use. So let's call it 10 of those. And then a stack of storage and passive providers is more than enough, really. And then we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 different items. So that leaves us with one entire row of whatever we want, really. And there could be belts, could also be inserters, or should probably be. Now here's the thing, we kind of need fast and smart inserters for this. Well, no, not really. Smart inserters can function like regular inserters, really, in any way. Can't really make more room for some here. Well, we could also just say, yeah, well, here's a thought. The amount of inserters we will be needing for that outpost train unloading bit. And we can just carry those around with us, really. So I think what's gonna end up going here is just some more belts. Just in case. And then that'll be all. I think that's pretty solid option here. What we could also do is take more construction bots with us. Yeah, let's do that. Let's only take 5 additional pieces of belt. We'll take 10 stacks of construction bots and make the 5 of these logistics bots, which will of course only be used for oil outposts. And then I hope I didn't miss anything, because, yeah, well, I surely don't want to go over all of this in more detail. Alright, so we're up to, what, 8 wagons now? That's quite a bunch. And I don't think I want to keep those on one locomotive each end. Because even though I said I like the sluggishness of long trains, which is true, I also want to go to where I want to go with some degree of speed. So we'll do 2 on either end. And we'll keep with this pattern really for all of these trains here. So let's lay out the track for that. So, let's call the train stations for what they will be. This one will be, or already is, the Outpost builder. Then we have, I don't know, let's put the file here. Let's call this one disposal. Let's just call it disposal. And the last one will be concrete. Now, if I really want to do concreting, I guess 8 wagons isn't really that much. But yeah, I think we'll just go with that and see where we end up. So, the file. No, let's just keep on setting up this first one so that we actually get an idea of what we're doing here. So essentially we just need a whole bunch of request chests. It shouldn't be too difficult to get. If you can remember where you put them, down here. So yeah, it would seem like blue circuits are what's keeping us back in this respect here. So let's just, as a quick side of the road fix here, upgrade these to yellow. They're more energy efficient after all, so in that same light, we'll also take you and do the same with you. We'll do green circuits later. I just wanted to do something there. I felt the itch. Alright, so how are we going to do this? Now we're having just a slight problem here, which just now occurs to me. Now let's investigate. So we'll need two tiles on the edge of this. So as already observed, that's more than enough for roboports. But where are we gonna get power? So we could do this. And then this. But that of course leaves the... Oh no, that's not a problem at all, really. Because if this is going to be the disposal train, and that's going to be the concrete train, we don't need to load those double-sided. So the point I'm trying to make here is this outpost train, it could go into the station either way. So it could either be the way it's right now, with the first wagon being mining drills, or it go, I don't know, make a loop somewhere, or just go into a terminus station one way and then go backwards out into another terminus station and then into another and then back to the base, and could end up facing forward with this wagon. So we essentially need double-sided loading so that we are prepared to load this wagon either where it is right now or here. Same holds true for Farl. I suppose if we added one more wagon, we could make Farl symmetrical. Well, we could do that either way, but don't think we'll need that many signals or whatever we put into the middle. I will see about that, but I think this is really all that we need. Yeah, I think we're fine, power-wise. Right, so yeah, let's just take these for the time being. So really all of these are just going to be plain old requesters. Now, how much stockpiling do I want to do here? So the most convenient thing would of course be to say, alright, we have seven chests, so we just divide 1,500 drills by 7 and put that amount into each requester chest. But that would be an enormous amount of really unnecessary buffer storage. And same with belts. You would have to have, well, it's essentially 4,500 belts sitting in here, and then another 4.5k sitting out in the requester chests. Even more, it would be 9k sitting outside, because we would have another row of 3 times 7 for the reverse case, the mirrored case. So yeah, I don't really think I want to do that. Besides, what are the odds of you completely depleting all of these belts, which is to say building 10 outposts in a row, and then coming back and immediately afterwards feeling the urge to go and do the same thing all over again? I don't think these odds are very high. So what we'll do is just call it 1 stack of each for the sake of simplicity and be done with it. And then that'll of course be just for those guys. The next 7 will be for belts. We can just copy them 2 times. Oh yeah, that's right, we need to have a split here somewhere. But where? If we... No, I don't think this works. I'm not entirely sure where we have to split here. But I think that this is going to be working. Now that's exactly why this whole patch is required in the first place. Alright, here, let's try something. Let's just pull these all along the top here. And let's try when the things actually load. So these 7, they definitely will load this wagon. These 2, I think there's also no surprise there. Yeah, that did load. So that's you. Now the question is, what will this inserter load? Which wagon? And it will load the left one, which is not what we want. So you will want to go over to that side. And now you will... yeah, you will load the correct wagon. Alright, so that's you. Doesn't really look pretty, does it? Can we... yeah, we could do these in pairs of 14, I guess. Which would look a little prettier, but then again it doesn't work here. So yeah, it's just one big mess. But I think we can keep it symmetrical. If we do this, this, and then leave another gap. Yeah, that will work. So we'll do it that way. Alright, at any rate, we need another 7 here. All of these are set up correctly. Now let me quickly test those. And that one also is going to work. Right, so the 7 of you. We need 7 different items here, so there's not much of a surprise here. We need medium poles, not more medium poles, we need big ones as well. Then substations, fast and smart inserters, fast and smart inserters, as well as express belts and splitters. Now I realized that I could do this a little more efficient and have less buffer storage hanging around, but eh. Alright, and in here we need red chests, blue chests, chain signals, yeah, pretty much just all of the ingredients for railways. So let's call that straight rail, curves, regular and chain signals, and last but not least, a good stack of train stops. Alright, let's try loading this. No. Perfect. So you will need assembling machines, arithmetic combinators, row ports, storage tanks, pump jacks. Oh, I understand this isn't the most exciting, but kinda has to be done. And the last 2 will be pipes and more pipes. Alright, there we are, and on to the last one. For you we just need robots, then smart chests, red and yellow chests. Roboports and conventional blue beltes. There you are. Alright, now that's vaguely symmetric, I suppose. Now all we need to do is take all of this and flip it around. And I suppose we'll be running out of... No, we aren't, but yes, we are apparently. Ah, no, it's the basis bots coming to our rescue. Alright, so that's gonna be the Outpost builder. We don't have the Roboport coverage to do something over here just yet, so let's get to that. I think just having these kind of up here No, I would love having these symmetrical over the top. But there isn't really a way, is there? Because, well, this one is, but in order to do this, we'd need to do that. Doesn't look too shabby, mind you. So I think we'll do it. So that's you, and then we'll do another over here to power the loading of fuel. And that'll be that. Now let's very quickly just throw in a couple of lights here. There you are. And then we'll finish all of this off in the next episode. So until then, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Grind, and I shall see you soon.